Well, it's Ducks here again, and I know you're all been missing my great looks and my great personality. Well, I just want to let you all know that I didn't actually die from COVID. I got pretty crook off and on, but I wasn't going in to get tested today, you know. As you can see, I've got my favourite shirt on today, just to PC all those God botherers. It's my favourite shirt. Put it on special. Okay, enough of that. Today, I want to talk to you about fuel tanks. But first, just for the people that don't really know me and have just sort of tuned into me, my name is Donald Cochran, hence why everybody calls me Duck or Ducks or Ducky, because it's after Donald Duck. And what I do is I'm a mechanic. I'm a heavy automotive engineer, and what I do is weird and wonderful jobs. Basically, when the bike shop or some other shop says, "My God, this bike is too far gone, you know, we're going to sell you a new one," I'm the one you come and see. My hourly rate is $50 an hour plus GST. And once I get over 30 hours now, I'm saying once I get over 30 hours, I'm going to drop the rate to 40. Alright? So, because I'm a good bastard. Right. This bike, I don't know if you've seen it, this bike in the background, it's been here a while. It's not because I'm slack, it's because I've only got one bike hoist at the moment. I'm waiting on another one coming in from America. Good old COVID's buggered it. Anyway, another story. I'll get over it. And of course that bike goes off and it comes on and it goes off, so it looks like I'm doing nothing. Well, I really haven't. I'm just starting to do some work to it now. I'm going to do some videos on it. Anyway, these videos don't make me money either. In actual fact, it costs me money, but I don't mind, because some of this information just needs to get out there, eh? And just to help the Joe Blow. God, my bike's in the rain now. The other thing is to enlighten the biker world. The biker world, I've knocked around with MC clubs and all sorts for over years, and basically it's just got too serious. People need to lighten up, relax, and have fun, and that's what I try to do. Anyway, moving along, tanks. Fuel tanks. So old mate's riding his bike and he goes and he falls off his bikes. Now, there's a few rules that you need to remember with fuel tanks. The first one, don't, if you get a dent in your tank and it's not too serious, don't ever try and pull it out. I mentioned this because I heard a guy say that the other day, not too far from me. I won't say where it was, but he'll probably know who he is. But basically, what you never ever do to a tank, a fuel tank. 1, you never ever weld it. 2, you never ever solder it. 3, you never ever weld anything to it to pull dents out. Now, the reason for this is that when the manufacturers, when Harley Davidson and most good motorcycle companies, when they make a fuel tank, they take it to the chromers, right? And well, it's not the tinners, and I can't think of the name, but they send it away to get tinned, and what they do is they put a tin covering on the inside of the tank so the tank does not rust or corrode. Okay, the moment that you weld that tank and you solder that tank or anything like that, the first thing you must do is send it off to be re-tinned on the inside of that tank. Because what happens is that basically if you weld the tank or solder it, on the inside of the tank, the tinning comes off, and then away the rust goes. And one of the first signs of this happening is that you'll notice that your fuel changes colour, right? And I've heard, heard so many guys, oh no, I'll just keep my tank full. Doesn't work. Full of petrol doesn't work. Will still rust. You've got to get it re-tinned, or you've got to put some evil paint in there to cover it on the inside. And the trouble is with that is you can't get the paint out. It's hard to see if you understand. Now, there's liners that you can put in the tanks. Well, I tell you, I've done so many grief problems with those. Don't even think about it. Now, the last point I'd really want to talk to you about is so old mate falls off his bike, right? And he puts a ding in his tank, or he absolutely F's it, right? And he goes on Trade Me or somewhere, on Facebook, wherever, and sees, oh, here's a cheap tank, and buys it, right? And then he gets it painted, and then he puts it on his bike. But what you got to understand with these tanks is that 9 times out of 10, the way these guys make money is they take the tinner or the chroma, but it's not the chroma. It's it's like the plating anyway. They take the chroma. It's not the chroma. It's the tinner. They put tin on the inside, or zinc. I'm pretty sure it's tin. Anyway, what they do is they take him out of the loop. So what they're selling you is a naked tank. And before you get it painted, you need to go and get it tinned on the inside at the chromas. I'm not even sure who does it in New Zealand. I haven't actually come across someone who wanted to do it. This video arises because I know a couple of my mates think that they can just buy a tank and paint it and put it on their bike and think there's not going to be any problems. I've just had one bike across this bench very lately. Man, all the rust. I pulled the tap out of the tank. Massive amounts of rust around the filter. Looked inside the tank, you could just see it was just going absolutely crazy with rust in there. So something I can't stress it enough, and unfortunately for those guys who don't get those tanks done, you have to sacrifice, as far as I know, and you guys, God, if you guys know any different, as far as I know, you have to sacrifice your paintwork, pretty much strip it to a bare tank again, send it to like the chrome platers or someone who do tinning. they tin the whole tank in the inside. If it's got rust already, then they have to use some hideous rust remover like some acid. Then they have to try and get that acid out of there, and on it goes, you know. So your cheap tank ends up costing a small fortune. So take it from me, do it right first, you know. Send it off and get it tin coated on the inside if it's not. Okay, those cheap tanks aren't what they're cranked out to. And my God, we're getting up there on the time. So anyway, hope you this makes the point. If it doesn't, let me know, and we'll do another one. But anyway, I'm going to knock off there because my mates are whinging about how much I whinge on like an old bastard. Oh, last thing, shotgun shoot this weekend, Valley Locals shotgun shoot, and it's been held in Whakatane, and the Makatu boys won it last year, so they're hosting it. It's on this weekend. You got to get hold of Gentlemen's Club. You need, I think it's a minimum of 5 shooters. Look, there'll be shotguns there, but if you want to come and enjoy the fun, hey, it's all legal and above board. No patches, of course, you know, none of that carry on. All right, you guys keep cool, and we might see you there. I'm going there this weekend. You might want to meet me, or you might want to go, oh no, I don't want to talk to that old prick. He's a stupid bastard. Okay, keep cool. Later.